How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? It's your boy Hannon, and I'm back with another video. Today's video, there's gonna be our market. There's gonna be our weekly outlook for the week of February. I think it's the 6th all up in the way to the 10th of February. Yeah, this is some type of late night special edition. You understand me? Everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm sharing. Yeah, I just analyzed. You understand me? So I was like, it's best if I just share everything while the mentality is still fresh and while I still have the time and the privilege to do it. Without further ado, let's just hop in and let's continue to trust the process. So looking at mass right there, you can go check out my trade breakdown from the one I broke down yesterday, how I took a trade. So you can tell that like price has been having some sort of support right there until price broke out, came back for a retest, making this zone some sort of resistance, right? So looking at current price now, price came back from the very same zone and dropped, spiked right there, NFP. This was just like some type of NFP movement. Fortunately, it closed below, came back right there to end the week. So now on how price is moving right there, all I'll be waiting for from how price is moving right there, people, the only thing that I'm waiting for is for price to either continue to the downside, understand me, or for price to start having some sort of support, break the highs, come back for a retest, and continue to the upside. That's what I see. But what I'm positive with, or what I'm sticking with, is from my trade idea. I'll be bearish long as we below our intraday resistance. That's the very same zone, my intraday resistance, right? So long as price trades below this very same zone, I still anticipate what continuations to the downside. That's my take from the 4 hour. So hopping onto the hourly. So from the 1 hour, right? Let's see how price has been moving. So price has been pushing and exhausting, pushing and exhausting, pushing, started depleting right there, started depleting right there until price came back right there. So now the only thing that I'm waiting for, the only thing that I'm waiting for to continue bearish with this momentum or this sentiment, it's why price closes below this, it's why price closes below this previous higher lows or this intraday lows, come back for a pullback or retest and continue to the downside. So my trade idea is we below at intraday support, this support right there, this racing zone. If price trades below, then I'd look for a continuation to the downside. Once if price has some sort of depletion, some sort of bear depletion and bullish momentum, then anticipate what continuations or reversals to the upside. So that's my take on the NAS. Long as price is trading below that very same intraday resistance, I still see or anticipate continuations to the downside. So looking at gold. So we all know that like gold has been moving sideways for some time, right? Until we had this impulsive push to the downside, right? So looking at how price has been pushing right there, push, correction, and then push. So now looking at where price is trading right there, we're trading below our resistance again, our resistance again, our resistance, our resistance. You guys can see it. Price once had a breakout and a retest and continued to the upside. Now price broke back in. So now the only thing that I'm waiting for is for price to either have some sort of pullback, some sort of a lower high, print out some sort of a lower high, continue to the downside, or have some sort of correction or deplete some sort of correction or exhaustion before I can anticipate what continuations to the downside. Because from price pushing and correcting and price pushing again, we can anticipate a correction or a lower high formation or in anticipation of a continuation to the downside. So my trade idea is we continue bearish below that major resistance. So price long as it's trading below this major resistance, I still anticipate continuations to the what? To the downside. Looking at the hourly. So now reasons why price pushed so impulsively is because one, we had some sort of a wedge right there. We had some sort of a rising wedge right there, right? And we started having what? Price breaking out. And then we started having a what? A correction. So when now price had a correction, this. So when price started moving, so from a rising wedge and price breaking the rising wedge and price correcting and price breaking the correction and closing below this resistance, this major resistance of price, once that this and that if history will repeat itself, then it is what it is. But what I'm anticipating, as long as price trades below this resistance, then we can anticipate continuations to the downside. So from the 1 hour, we follow what high time frame direction. That's it. So that's my take on gold. I still anticipate what continuation to the downside due to price impulsively breaking back inside of our major resistance. But if price chooses to break out again, then we can anticipate what continuations to the downside based on what we'll be looking at or what we can find at the time. So looking at German 30. So German 30, I don't have a trade idea, people, but let's remember that price has been trading in this correction and price did what? And price broke out. So with price breaking out, we know that like we have to hope or anticipate what a retest before we can look for continuation to the upside. But for now, we don't have a trade idea. We need to wait for what? For confirmation. I don't have a trade idea. But remember, price has been moving in a correction and price broke out. Let's anticipate a retest before price can continue to the downside. But I don't have a trade idea. Looking at US30. So looking at where US30 is trading right there, you can tell that like we're trading on our major sell zone, meaning this is our major resistance. Understand me? So major sell zone being our resistance. Price tried breaking out, couldn't break, came back and broke out, but unfortunately broke back in and tried breaking out again on NFP, but unfortunately price closed low to end the week. So the only thing that I'm waiting for, or the only thing that I can say is, from my trade idea, as long as price is trading above this very same zone, I still anticipate what? Continuations to the downside. Long as price is still trading below, I mean below, people, not above, below. Long as price is still trading below, I still anticipate continuations to the downside. So there's nothing more that I can say. Price is trading what way at our resistance. Long as price doesn't break above of resistance, let's continue bearish below resistance. That's my take. Looking at USD CAD, so looking at USD CAD, USD CAD has been moving sideways, breaking out, breaking back in, breaking out, breaking back in, breaking out, breaking back in. So with price doing that, there's nothing for me to say until I get a overall of price breaking out, giving me cleaner confirmations or positive confirmations that price has had a clean breakout. So looking at the hourly time frame, if price fails breaking out, let's trade support and resistance because we still have enough range, which is about 90 pips to 100 pips, 90, 100 pips move to the downside. Long as price doesn't long as price doesn't break out, let's hold support and resistance. Looking at Tesla from the 4 hour. So looking at Tesla from the 4 hour, Tesla is above our major support zone. Tesla is above, people. Tesla is above. I repeat, Tesla is above our major zone, our major support zone. So with price being above our major support zone, we can tell that like we have some type of zone right there. I repeat, we have some type of zone right there. Are they allocated, but I'm using right there current price. So the only thing I'm waiting for from my trade idea, because price is trading above our major support zone, if we can get a break of our intraday, if we can get a break of our intraday highs, then let's continue bullish, people. Once we get a break of our intraday highs, this racing zone, let's continue bullish, people. But if price breaks back in and trades below, then let's look for those possible reversals. But people, from what I'm saying and what I'm looking at, that all tech stocks have been pushing for the past month, right? That's a fact. They've been pushing for the past month. So with how they've been possibly pushing, I think maybe we can get a pullback, go an exhaustion phase or a higher low formation before price can continue to the upside. That will be it before me. So looking at the hourly time frame. So at the hourly time frame, there's nothing for me to say or there's nothing for me to do. But the only thing that we can see is price has been moving in high highs and in higher lows. So from what I see, if we can get a break of the of the higher high and a retest, that will anticipate that like we have a new higher high, retest, new higher low, continuation to the upside, anticipating a new higher high. So on Tesla, it's I'm still long, or I'm still bullish above our support zone, because we're trading above our major support zone. And once we break our intraday highs, then I'll be 100% and be confirmed that will continue to the upside. Looking at Bitcoin. So looking at Bitcoin, I don't have a trade idea, people, on Bitcoin. I don't have a trade idea. I don't have a trade idea, people, on Bitcoin. I don't have a trade idea. But all I can say is we're having a potential a potential rising wedge. We're having a potential wedge, people, potential wedge. So obviously, once we're having a rising wedge, let's look for possible reversals to the downside. That's it. I don't have a trade idea, but I see a rising wedge. So long as price doesn't break those intraday highs and price breaks the intraday the pattern, let's wait for resist and a possible reversal, anticipating that price might reverse. But at the moment, I don't have a trade idea. Looking at Ethereum, even on Ethereum, I also don't have a trade idea, but I also see a potential rising wedge. So if I see it on Bitcoin and I see it on Ethereum, then that will indicate, or that will give me a correlation that obviously that's what price might be doing. But overall, I don't have a trade idea. I just don't like how price is moving. I don't have confirmed anticipations of what price might do next. So I just step away from it. Looking at Litecoin, because a nigga love to Litecoin has been moving in higher highs and in higher lows, people, higher highs and in higher lows, higher highs and in higher lows. So because I focus on current price now, so looking at what current price is doing, right? So looking at what current price is doing, price is kind of like pushing and kind of like having a potential bullish flag. So if this is a confirmed bullish flag, the only time I'm looking to take trades is once price break the highs. Those rejections of the highs, they're not confirm a potential or a confirmed bullish flag. But at the overall, but at the same time, I still don't have a trade idea. I also don't like how price is moving. So let's hop into the hourly and try and see what we have. So on the hourly, I would say I'm also looking for a potential bullish flag, right? From what I see, from what I see on current market price, a push and some type of correction, forming some type of a bullish flag. Once you get a break of the highs, either this, either that, or this one, then that will be it. That will confirm my overall push correction, my overall let me try and do it properly. Push, correction, breakout, retest, continuation, confirming my bullish flag, people, confirming my bullish flag. So that's my take on Litecoin. I kind of like don't have a trade idea at the moment, but I see a bullish flag. So we're going to see what will happen and what the market might do. Last but not least, we're having oil. So oil current price, we've been moving in lower lows and in lower highs, right? So where we currently are trading right there, that's a previous zone, some type of resistance. It was some type of resistance which price had a breakout and a retest, and price started making those all-time highs. So came back, pushed, came back, broke out, broke back in, came back again, pushed, and came back, held that zone until it pushed. So now what I see on current price is with this momentum, if we'll have a depletion right there, then we'll possibly see reversals from that zone. But if price chooses to break out, let's wait for retest and continue to the downside. That's my take from the 4 hours. So my trade idea is we continue bearish once price has a breakout. If price fails to break, let's look for that bearish depletion, bullish momentum, anticipating a possible bullish reversal. So looking at the hourly time frame. So from the hourly time frame, the only thing that I can say is from what we're looking for from the 4 hour, and what you anticipate on the hourly is we bearish below support, bullish above. So if price, if price push, then now we fail to break the zone, then let's look for what a possible reversal. But if price breaks out, let's wait for retest and look for continuations to the what? To the upside or to the downside. To the downside, I mean. So this is my weekly outlook. These are my anticipations. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm hoping for. Financial disclaimer, this ain't financial advice. Everything I say or do is based off my own experience and my own opinion. That's all I got, people.